they're being real and they have to have this show. If it flops,
Yeah.
there's no other opportunities in Orange County really to be making a TV show.
But you know what show I love too, which I don't know if it did well. I had the lead on is Selling the City. The problem is when
Oh
I have
yeah.
I here's the thing. It was in January, so it was right during the election, before the election. Everyone is like, it's 2025. We have
Mm,
this. I mean, not the election, the inauguration. They the way they spoke to me, it didn't seem like they thought it was coming back, the people on it. But it
interesting.
was, I mean, it's the New York version. It's New York style. Yes, you're looking at what these people are wearing to work, and you're like, you're not walking around the streets of New York like this to show a house. Like, there's no way. Like, you're wearing this because but it was just the fashion. It was like New York. It's like the
I
break
I
home.
watched it. I liked it. I felt like
It
it
doesn't sound
was
like you loved it.
well, it was missing something, and I didn't kind of it you could sniff out when something's been put together for a show.
Hmm.
Like, I don't think that these women were actually a team, a real
Hmm.
estate team before the show. So it seemed like they were kind of like just pretend working together. But I mean, it also came off the heels of Ryan Serhan's Manhattan selling show. So, and that show I thought was really good.
Well, that show's coming back. No, I see what you mean about selling the city. And also, I thought it was weird that it's like it's a team, but normally if you're on a team, like at Douglas Elliman, you're in the Douglas Elliman office. Like there's teams for every real estate brokerage. This was like, okay, you obviously rented this satellite office to film this show,
Right,
which is fine. But now we have, two people. We had Jade and the other guy, I think Justin, that are not part of any team. They're just in
right,
the office for the show. And then, I mean, I pretty much heard for a fact that like Steve Gold was like a last minute addition. I mean, he's Steve Gold and they wanted some more
right,
man candy. Steve is not even working at Element.
right.
So that was the weird part about it. Mind you, I mean, I'm not going to argue with Steve Gold being on the damn show.
I know he's hot. He's
I
very
mean, I think
hot. I mean,
so.
I loved him. And but I liked that woman that that was like also selling condos somewhere. It had nothing to do with this team, and then
Jade.
had a meltdown at the end.
Right. And no
Love
one
that.
really knew what the meltdown was. And you're like, either break the fourth wall or not. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not so sure it's coming back. Do
Tim,
you,
did you
yeah, did
watch
you watch it?
Tim, did you watch Buying Beverly Hills, the one with
I've tried
Mauricio?
to watch the first episode of Selling the City. I don't like shows in New York, reality shows in New York City. I lived there for
Oh,
almost a decade. It's an amazing city, but it's a hard place to live. And my best friend Emmy, who's like a nurse in Cleveland, always says this about these shows, which I think is so true, is like you watch them to like go into another world that is fun. That's why she didn't like Monica on Salt Lake City because she was like, this is my life. I don't want to go I want to see mansions. I want to see, in New
mm.
York, even the richest apartments are like so like rat infested and sad. I don't want to
See,
see that. I want to see
I think that women watch these shows with a different objective than the gay guys. You know, I'm not looking for escapism TV. I'm looking for people who hate each other and need money. Like,
that.
I like to see people call each other names, be sassy, read each other, whether they're doing it in a mansion or a double wide. That has no difference to me. I think that that's why Dubai flopped because Bravo thought, oh, people love aspirational content, blah blah blah. Not really.
It's a weird line between aspirational and relatable that they like,
Mm.
that it's kind of a hard task, but when they get it right, that's what Salt Lake is. Like some of it's so aspirational. Some of those women, like Lisa Barlow, is like living this really fierce life, but then it's also like, okay, there's like a desperation there too.
But she eats Wendy's.
But she eats Wendy's. Yes, she's relatable. Yeah.
She's gotten good endorsement deals. She does I like, I think either extreme. I either like really rich, like I love Beverly Hills, but I loved Bling Empire. I mean, they were fucking rich, like Anna Shea, and like they were like billions.
They were funny.
Jamie Chu, if you Google it, every time they do an interview, she has the number one. I know way too many facts. I know nothing about the real world. Jamie Chu, who was on that, whose father's a billionaire, she has the number one Birkin collection in like the whole world. She was the girl
Wow.
from Bling Empire. We never saw that on Bling Empire, but she literally will take you into the closet, and this is just like that's what she does. So I mean, I love disgustingly rich, or I don't mind like broke Vanderpump season one with popcorn
Hmm.
ceilings and the air conditioner is falling out of the window, and we have to go to
Same.
our like I love or like the minivan with Emily Simpson. I always use it. Like, I don't like this average, but I mean, Salt Lake works for me just because they're batshit crazy. And it's like a world that started, like, I don't know anything about Mormonism. And I find
Hmm.
like the dichotomy of like, we're Mormons, but I mean, we're all animals in bed and like we're crazy. I
Hmm.
like that. Like, I like it's something, a world I don't know about or.
Yeah,
Same. Like
that makes sense.
the
That's why I don't like New York. I'm like, I know this life. I've lived this life. I don't want it on my TV.
And those aren't the real rich women of New York, so it didn't work for me. And I agree. I think New York didn't work for the same reason that what was the show that we just all rolled our eyes at 2 years ago in West Hollywood that I watched on
Oh, the gay
MTV.
guys one?
Yes.
yeah, the
Yeah.
real Friends of WeHo
Your
or
real friends,
something.
it's like you have Brad Goreski. Brad Goreski's not getting dirty on TV. He's like gonna say exactly what needs to be proper. I mean, they should have just, I mean, you're in WeHo. I live in LA part-time. They should
Yeah.
have just got a bunch of real messy friends that somehow have an interesting story. Two should be married, two should have a kid. This one should have slept with that one. I mean, they should have just got a real something and maybe it could have
You're
worked.
so right.
I
They
know.
suffered from the same problem of like trying to get the most popular internet gay people together who don't have a natural chemistry with each other. They weren't already friends. And I think also it's hard because gay guys don't like to support other gay guys. And when that show, the trailer
They
for
do
that show came
not.
on in a gay bar, the
Mhm.
audience booed. Like
Booed.
everyone in the gay bar started booing. I was like, damn, this is so you really have to find the gays that other gays are going to root for, which is why I'm glad that Sean is getting in the mix on Selling OC and that Zach is getting in the mix on the Valley.
I love
These are
him.
gay. They're paving the way, I think, for gay guys to be messy and fun on TV, on reality TV.
I gotta come around to Zach the way you guys are around to
Have
I
Zach.
you
love Zach. I
have you
You
really
had him
do?
do.
on or ever talked to him?
Nope. I know someone that has met him many times because he goes to Tom Tom a lot, I've heard.
I see him in WeHo all the time.
There you go. I've heard he's actually a nice guy and
I've
pretty
heard that
down to
too.
earth.
I've heard that too. The My only thing with the Valley, with him on the Valley, is sometimes I feel like he's pushing it a little, and it may come across a little inauthentic. But you got to stir the pot. I mean, someone's got to do it.
To me, it's Kristen. And my second favorite on the Valley is I like Jesse. Yes, he's a
Yeah,
douchebag.
I
But
love
he's
him.
he's great.
interesting. He's interesting. He is, I mean, just knowing like he lives and she's going up to Chateau Marmont and coming down and meeting with Quentin Tarantino. There's something about Jesse that it's like, this is you. This is
Well,
at
he's
least,
crazy, and that's what we
yeah.
want to see. We want to see characters. It's why the
Hmm.
audience is turning on Michelle and going for
Hmm.
Jesse because she's too normal. She's being too bland. Him
Hmm.
did you see on the after show that he is trying to get her to pay him back for their wedding?
No.
He wants her, he wants her to pay him $70,000, and she's on the after show like just like so stunned, being like, I didn't even want to have a big wedding. I just wanted us to like elope or have like a really small wedding. He wanted all of this. Andy's like, I'll pay for it. And now that we're broken up, he's trying to make her pay for
That's
that wedding from
hilarious.
like 8 years ago.
That I
They
love.
I felt like that they were a perfect couple, honestly.